Why should I put a radar in my boat? Lots of people boat safely every day without one, but there are some valid reasons why you should consider putting radar in your vessel. We live in southwestern Florida and have the type of boat that lends itself to extended day trips, even overnighting. As you know, Florida weather can change quickly, especially in the afternoons when the atmosphere heats up, so radar allows us to keep an eye on any approaching thunderstorms. Also, if we end up navigating in the evening, radar lets us see any other boats, land masses or bridges and obstructions, kind of like channel markers and pilings, that would be otherwise difficult to see. It helps locate birds out in open water when you're fishing, which points you towards the fish when you're offshore. Also, radar will warn you if there's an approaching vessel or if we are anchored and begin to drift without our knowledge. It also looks really cool up there on the radar arch. After lots of research, we settled on the Garmin 18XHD. It's a 4,000 watt unit that has a range of 48 nautical miles. It will interact seamlessly with the chart plotter that we put in and is also compliant with our NMEA 2000 network we just installed. I ordered it online and a couple days later it was at the front door. This video is going to show the installation, not necessarily all the features in operation, because it's pretty detailed and those are all in the instruction manual. I put the enclosed template on top of the radar arch, found the center, and started drilling holes and running wires. After placing the radome on top of the radar arch, I secured it with the recessed mounting bolts and then put in the weatherproof covers and ran everything into the NMEA 2000 network. I also took this opportunity to label all the wires, so if there was an issue with one of the components later on, it would be easy to identify which cable belonged to what component. This is the 12-volt bus that all the switches run to, and those are labeled as well. Any excess cable I just coiled up and secured inside the bulkhead. Once everything was wired up, I put the cover back on and secured that as well. Next, I powered up the Garmin multifunction display and saw that the new component was recognized on the network, and you can see there that it says Garmin radar and it's uncalibrated. That's done later, and it's kind of a process that's best left to the manual. This is just a quick overview of some of the intuitive screens that pop up. This is if you want to just have the radar displayed in a single display, and you can turn the radar on or off, adjust the power, or display trails which show movement if you're tracking another vessel on the radar. You can also adjust the range that's displayed right here. It's at 1/16 of a nautical mile, and you can go back out in increments all the way out to 48 nautical miles. Also, when it goes out farther, the power increases, which you can turn down manually. Otherwise, you just get a lot of clutter on the screen. Here you can see on the right side of the display, I am using a slide bar to increase and decrease the amount of power. This will be reflected in how much of a return you get on the display. This unit also gives you the ability to have a dual display if you'd like to monitor something close in as well as something far off on separate screens. And you can also overlay it over top of your nautical charts if you'd like all the information together. As with all the screens on this Garmin multifunction display, you can move all the gauges and the displays around on the screen wherever you want them by just dropping and dragging them. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you out on the water.